talking over Bubba. So what have I accomplished today? Quite a bit. It's a Saturday, May 7th, tomorrow's Mother's Day. I'll show you what I've done. I cleared out a bunch of thorn bushes that were all through here. These are nasty thorns that actually have a toxic chemical in them that can really mess you up if you're sensitive to it. This is what's left of them. Got to get them all out of here. That's what's left of them here. We have other places we need to deal with them. I planted my yellow rose bush and I have marked it so that Tim doesn't mow over it. Hopefully that works. I freed most of this tree from the vines that are choking it and killing it. Hopefully I can save it. Over here, so this is actually a path right down here. It's stone and it leads back up and connects with this path and wraps around here. I think it actually goes all the way around the pond. Not sure. But it goes through here. Got to get this all cleared out. It seems like they made some patios here and there. So I don't know if this has stone under it, but we're going to find out. I got this all raked out, but I pruned my hydrangeas. They were a pretty sorry, messy sight. Raked most of the path clear. Here's some more hydrangeas that I did. I trimmed this poor little tree. I don't know if it's gonna live or not, but did what I could. More hydrangeas that I trimmed. I raked up all of these leaves just from this side garden. Picked up some garbage that somebody left behind. But the hydrangeas, I think, are gonna do a lot better now that they've been trimmed. And you can hear the birds up in there. We're letting those babies fledge, and then we're going to plug up all the holes that they go in and try to chase them out. I have one yellow tulip that bloomed, and a lot of the daffodils out here in front have finished blooming, and now we've got these little white things that I need to look up. They're kind of like bluebells, only they're white. I'll have to look them up. This shrub, I raked under everything, cleared it all out. Maybe that'll help it to not be so sickly, but I do need to prune it. I released these pots from their massive leaf pile. Kind of cleared up a little bit the front step. I call it the front step because this is the old front door, but we don't ever use it. I'm not sure if we ever will, so I'm not sure what we're going to do with this, but yeah, I cleared out a lot of leaves, and there's still so many. There's nothing growing in these pots, but I did discover that there's something growing in these two pots. So we'll have to wait and see what that is, because I am not a botanist. And pretty little flowers growing all along here, and all kinds of different greens and ferns and hostas and such. This bush, I'm not sure what it is. Maybe it's a volunteer tree, but it has all the characteristics of maybe a lilac bush. We shall see. We're going to let it just do its thing. This tree is a volunteer, and its whole top is dead. So we're probably going to cut it out and put something else in its place. I got the porch all swept up. I haven't cleaned out this garden bed, but I preliminarily cleaned out this garden bed. And it looks a little bit neater. I got a big pile of leaves out of that. That is kind of like a little stone patio that I don't know what we're going to do with. We'll probably keep it. Down at the end of the driveway that, well, towards the end of the driveway that Tim just leveled, you can see the little blue flags. Those are 4 Italian cypress trees to fill in that gap that they left and take care of a space that a dead cypress tree left. And then all the way out there is a little Japanese maple tree, and you'll notice that it has little lemons. That's because it's a fake lemon branch that I left there, hoping that that will help mark that space. So again, it doesn't get mowed over. Let's see, what else did I do today? Oh, I cleared a little bit of the brambly vine on that shoot. I don't want to say pergola, but it's not a pergola. That thing, that arch there. It had vines growing all over it. I cleared some of those off. I also, out here, up on the hill, hopefully this was a good decision. We're going to find out. I planted a little baby, focus, peach tree. It's an Alberta peach. Pruned a little bit under these trees so that we can pass under them without so much danger. I need to actually put in a path that goes through here because we walk through here more than we do the other path. Oh goodness, Bubba. The daffodils back here are still getting enough sun that they're staying pretty happy and blooming nicely. Out here, I planted a cherry willow tree. I took out an old dead tree and put that one in its place. And then here, since we got this all cleared out, I planted a forsythia. So that's right in the, I don't know how to show you. It's right there. Right in the middle. I also have planted those 3 very sickly looking lilac bushes that I got from Lowe's. I don't know how they're going to do. They have little white twisty ties on them so that I remember they're not just random sticks. Pruned back the brambles that were growing here. I think these actually are apple trees. And why they would plant so many apple trees so close together, heaven only knows, but we're going to clean some of this out. Duncan is looking for me. I walked too fast for him. Over here, since it's a little bit, has a tendency to hold more water, but it's not really swampy, I planted chocolate mint. And then over there, underneath that tree, I planted sweet mint. I think that's all I did today. I mean, that's enough. Did a lot of raking. My arms are really sore, but it feels good. Maybe now it's time for another bramble bonfire. We'll see. The mud is making it a challenge. We've got to get it cut. We're trying to only cut the areas where the dandelions grow. Not because we don't like dandelions. We love dandelions. But dandelions won't grow in a marsh. And so wherever they are, it's not too muddy. But we do have to be careful because there are spots near where they're growing. Tim fixed the lights at the end of the driveway. It is a windy day. It was a rainy day. It's still really wet out here. Duncan, come on. Come on. Come on. He doesn't really want to walk in the mud. I can't blame him. It's really soupy wet out here. But I will try to find him a less soupy way to go. Come on, you can do it. Come on. What was that? Come on. Okay, this could be challenging. We're going to have to go in the mud, I think, Duncan. Which is worse, the mud or the puddles? Duncan, are you coming? Come on! You are not impressed. You're going to go the grass way. That's okay. Yeah, it's not much better going through the grass. Come on! All right, well, see, I'm going to go out to the mailbox. And you can either come with me. We're going to be getting gravel for the driveway. And not a minute too soon. Hi, Duncan. Try and walk through the grass. This isn't bad. Yeah, not bad at all. You coming? Good job. Oh, well, all right. It's a little soupier there. Whew. Probably getting wind in the microphone. Quite sure that I am. I left my wind sock in the house. Oh boy. Lots and lots. Let's see if I can get it back to the house without dropping it in the mud. Good job. Okay, you ready to go back? You ready to go back? You know the drill. Come on. Duncan! 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 Come on! I know. You want to enjoy the view since you walked all the way out here. I get it. It's even pretty when it's muddy. Walk along a little path here. Can you hear that squish? Hey. You doing it? Good job. That's how you keep a very, very old dog exercised. Keep his muscles and his joints all in good shape. Morning, Fred. Morning, Herman. We made it! Yay! Good job, Duncan. Good job! These are the DirecTV boxes that the former owner left behind. We keep trying to get FedEx to take back. It has proven challenging. Hopefully that wasn't anything breakable. But we made it! BTW. That's almost all, no, it is all cookie cutters. Yeah, cookie cutters. Uh-oh, something just fell down. It's a beautiful sunny day. Probably 65, 67-ish. It's going to be, I bet 70 or better today, but they didn't predict that, so who knows. But we're trying to get yard work done. And there's just so much mowing that needs doing. Kim's just hard at it. And I've been working in the backyard because that's where I can be of the most use right now. It's pretty dry, so it's easy to work in. And we just sold the spinning wheel that was here, so that gives us a little recoup on some of the things that we bought for the house, and a little extra money for the things we still need to buy for the house. But this is the dump pile. Now, the garbage collection company will let us do 30 big trash bags every week. So we'll probably have most of this knocked out with just doing trash bags, but there's a fair amount that just has to be hauled off to the dump. And yes, we have really big heads. I might actually keep these and use them in the garden. Who knows? But we also have a full set of encyclopedias. We pulled down the high tunnel because it's just not a good quality high tunnel, and it kept pulling apart in the winds. There's a lot of high wind here. So I'll think of something else to do with it and anchor it better. We discovered that we have what appear to be cherry trees. Sure look like cherry trees to me. We'll find out this year, so I'm kind of cleaning those out today. That is our metal salvage pile. I think that it's ready to haul off. Some of it I might repurpose in the garden. In fact, there's a bunch I can see right now that I'm going to repurpose in the garden for things for beans and peas to climb on. And our rowboat. I've been trimming back the brambles here and there and chopping back those little trees that are growing over our septic tank where we do not want them to grow. And we're going to pull them out down to the root with the tractor. We're going to cut that tree down because it's dead and it could easily blow onto our roof. And we're going to cut this tree down because it's right up against the house. And it's got a little bit of life on it, but not much. But it's sending out shoots that I cut out today. So there's something still living in it, and that means that it could be sending roots down to our septic tank, so it must come down as well. But yeah, getting it cleared out, turning it into an actual backyard. And this is going to be my patio area. Just have to get it leveled out and then lay down whatever we're going to use for the patio floor. Am I happy that he put cherry trees right by the house? No. Do I want to move them? I think maybe this year would be the best time to move them if we're going to. Maybe move a few of them, see how they do, and then move the rest next year if the ones we moved this year survive. But I want to put them way back here on the swale that he actually accidentally built, because he had the pond dug and he had all of the dirt piled up. I'm going to make my way past all of the debris that I cut, past the little pond, and back there is the swale. There's two of them. And we've got what looks like could be an apple tree here. Waiting to see. But there's plenty of room to put the cherry trees out there. I think that's where I'm going to put them. I have other trees coming. Other trees that, you know, I've got an apple, a peach. I think I have a plum tree coming. And then some flowering things like a forsythia bush, some lilacs, some roses. We'll get those planted around in this area where the patio is going to be. I better get back to work. After a long day of pruning and pulling and raking and weeding and reorganizing, we still have quite a bit to do. I'll show you where we're at this point. We pulled the gas grill out of the water that's over there by the bamboo. We discovered that's all bamboo, so we're going to have to really control that. Cut out the dead bush that was there, trimmed up the crabapple tree, brought the picnic table and benches up here so that we can sand them, paint them, and put them out where the garden area is going to be. That pot is super heavy, so I only got it that far. I couldn't really decide what to do with it. I repainted a couple of these chairs. I put some carnations in that vase. Hopefully they will survive and look pretty. That does not look pretty. That is still our metal salvage pile, and that's going to be gone hopefully next week. Put my petunias into that old heavy pot, and discovered that this is a stone, I guess a patio because it's bigger than a path. All through here is just stones that I've been uncovering. So I've got to finish getting them all uncovered. Not too completely, because I like, you know, a little bit of moss growing through them. But yeah, this is the path up to the back door. And it is Duncan rolling in the wet moss that he likes to roll in for some reason. Discovered that we have chives growing in this little pot, so we're just going to leave them in there. And Tim's back there clearing out some old dead wood. Took down a tree that we don't want there. It just kind of is a volunteer. We're going to take that dead tree down. We want to have a clear view of our beautiful pine tree. We have two of them actually, but we can just have a clear view of at least one of them. That's good. And I put a cute little statue back there where that broken statue was. So he'll sit there and look cute. Just couple big boulders back there. That's a really cool little spot. But yeah, got a lot to do. I'm starting to bag up garbage, because this is the, as I said before, the garbage pile. That's got a long way to go. And I moved a bunch of stuff out here to the future garden. Stuff that I'm going to use for trellising and such. But that's where we're at today. Well, know if I mentioned it before, we sold the spinning wheel. Yeah, I think I did. And hopefully other stuff will sell soon. We've got so much of it we really need to get out. And I don't want to just donate everything because there's some pretty good antiques in there. She confirmed it was an antique and a good one. So hopefully the other stuff will sell. Our neighbor back there has been taking down trees like a madman. We've been hearing chainsaws and crashing trees all day. I have no idea what they're doing. Hopefully they're not taking down too many trees, but I guess we'll see. In the meantime, it is probably getting close to dark, so it's time to start thinking about dinner. I don't know what that's going to be. Probably just canned soup at this point. And we press on. Tim is using the new blade that he got for the tractor to level the driveway because we've got big ruts. And the truck is here. And there it is, all done. 2 truckloads. And the driver says that we're gonna love this because as it compresses, it's gonna turn into basically like an asphalt driveway. I'm pretty happy about that. So it's time for a sit down.